So today we're going to be going over the PDCA document and in particular how to build out and manage the budgets in the PDCA. I've been getting a lot of questions about this lately, so I figured I would just make a video to help clarify any questions you may have. So to start out building out your budget, we're just going to use March as an example here. Each month I give each member of the team a budget for their particular area of the business for a monthly spend target. Now, ideally, we would spend this evenly out over the course of 4 weeks, but maybe you plan on spending it slightly differently. So maybe like Atlanta, you're 15,000 in week 1, and then you end a little bit higher, 25,000 week 4. But you want to make sure that your total amount for the month equals the number that I gave you. So, for example, with this example lead source, I budgeted $124,000 for the month, $80,000 in Atlanta, $8,000 in Charleston, $12,000 in Columbia, and you get the idea. So this is the number that you're budgeting to actually hit with your spend. The running budget represents more of your fluid plan, and it gives you a good idea of how you are pacing towards your budgeted goal. So in Atlanta, for example, maybe this is the actual way you plan to deploy the spend. So again, before you enter any of the real data, it should match pretty well what your budgeted plan is. As we enter in the actuals each week, that number might change a little bit. So as you can see, I have a couple things on here. I have a difference calculator, which is just going to quickly show me at a glance what is the difference from what I budgeted, CV12, to what was actually spent, BN12. And it looks like we had overspent by about $1,550. And then other weeks we hit it spot on, so 0, 0. Before the month, you should be leveled out at 0. As the month goes on, I expect the numbers to fluctuate a little bit. On the top left, you'll be entering the actual spend levels at the end of each week. So, for example, after the week of March 2nd, we should have the actual expense. Looks like on here we had $25,500 on an original target of $26,000. So when I update the actual spend onto the running budget, it should give me the pacing for what we're targeting for what we are pacing to hit towards our target. So obviously you can see a few things got populated here. It looks like in Atlanta we spent $14,500 on a target of $15,000. So now my March to target is going to be under budget by $500. This is representing money that I have left over compared to the original budget. And as each week goes on, you're going to be updating the actuals to the budget. So now you see here we have $500 left over, for example, in Atlanta. Maybe you plan on getting that back onto the budget. So you want to go back to your running budget and update it. Maybe you add $500 to the buy in the week of March 16th. So now it's going to be $20,500, and it zeroes you out there. So ideally, this is going to give you a quick snapshot for how you're pacing towards your budgeted goal, and it's going to give you the time and ability to adjust and pivot so you can hit your monthly targets.